it's pretty obvious they're just using us as a means to whatever their frivolous end is.
He decides to go with Cloud and go on a spree at a church, and then all of a sudden possess sort of a power of a god for a few seconds. Now is in possession of a god-made weapon.
Well, that is a very long and storied story, if you will. If you all would like to join the fire, I can explain. Well, firstly, my name is Dimble. Good to meet you all.
What if we went to find one of these artifacts and then made our way to one of the anchorites?
A fortnight? This gnome has been traveling a fortnight into these fucking woods. Oh my hell, gentlemen.
And when all of the dirt and gravel falls down off upon these creatures, you can see this large, sort of strange cockroach-like face. What is cracking, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Songs from the Abyss, where no matter how small you are, you will still figure it out, I guess. My name is Ernell Pearson, your dungeon master / daddy mommy, alongside a couple of my great friends here. Firstly, we have Devin Brevin, the dude.
What up? Where's your red flannel at? I know you own one.
I do actually. I've worn it at a couple shows. It's in my closet. It's in my closet right now. It's not quite red flannel season for me yet. I wait until the snow starts to hit, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it's time. I'm saying
That's a bad excuse. I'm just.
It is a bad excuse. It's a very bad excuse. Speaking of bad excuses, though, we also have my little Thai peanut. It's Xander.
Hey, I don't like that. that kind of hurt me a little there. Red flannel season is here. In fact, especially in East Tennessee, because we had our first big snow today.
Exactly.
If we get snow, it doesn't happen until like mid-January, almost February now. That's like how the seasons have like changed here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
I don't know. I've been struggling with flannels, to be honest with you. I haven't seen a flannel and been like, I want to wear that in like a really long time. I don't know what it is. It's like, I don't know. It's not me.
I've been
it's not
until
my
I found this one at the local thrift store, and we actually have, luckily enough, we have a local thrift store that, because of the area we live in, gets a lot of really nice stuff. So
I
quality.
have a very like specific flannel pattern that I like that I don't like other ones. You know what I mean? Like your guys' like flannel pattern.
You prefer
is,
the one with like
right?
the dicks all over it, right?
Yeah, 100%.
That checks out.
Yes,
That checks out.
Of course. But speaking of dicks all over, we are going to go ahead and get right into it here. As mentioned in the prior episode, you guys do not know this because you were not here, but as mentioned in the prior episode, we will not be doing housekeeping at the beginning of the episodes anymore because I would like to, going forward, just jump right into the action for all of you listeners and viewers at home, so you do not have to wait. And then somewhere in like the beginning third of the episode, we'll be presenting our housekeeping there via a short, small ad read, if you will, just so that you guys can have moments halfway through the episode to be able to, take a pee break or something like that, because we likely will sometimes too. But without any further ado, let us talk a little bit about the last session you guys had. Going into the last session you guys were not present for, / kind of know about. Devin, you watched.
Yeah, we did that a little weirdly.
Yes, I did. I did.
Okay. So just making sure. Just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. During the last session, you all awoke on the manse floor, realizing this meeting with the gods was but some kind of vision. As you dust yourselves off and begin heading back into the forest, you are left with an incredibly difficult decision. Heed the requests of these beings in spite of Ormeth, or find the first relic and bring it to the Starbringer before he raises Phandalin and its people to the ground. So, you all continue forth through Neverwinter Woods, weary and unsure. However, that pit in your stomachs is quickly interrupted by the sound of melodic humming just meters from your path. You all peer through the brush, and there, in an open clearing of the forest with a pot of stew on a bonfire, is a small creature. Cloud climbs up and through the surrounding trees and gives the creature quite a fright, while the rest of you move in cautiously. Here, next to the fire, you find out that this creature is none other than a gnome named Dimble. And he has traveled very far from his home of Gnomengard to find something or someone that can help his king that has recently gone mad while gnomes have been disappearing. Some of you grew frustrated with the thought of a detour when you have something far more important at hand, so Falcon recommends taking Dimble with you to Phandalin and figuring out a plan for him there. You all humbly agree and begin to pack while your new gnome friend angrily demands Cloud to put him down, accidentally knocking himself out. Very wonderful moment there. That was You are all but ready to head out again when the grounds around you begin to shift and turn, bursting forward with a large group of ankegs ready to feed. Falcon tells you both to take the gnome and get somewhere safe while Boris thought about tossing him your way. So you run south as fast as you can, far from danger, but even further from your friends. Gentlemen, as we kick things off here today, unfortunately, neither of you has heroic inspiration today. We will get there.
Fuck!
That's quite the sound. That is quite the sound. Gentlemen, let us begin. You two continue to run south as you hear the clashing sound of swords and screeches pass by you, behind you, as you continue running forth. And here you are both find yourself leaping over massive tree roots and rocks and boulders and rubble all sort of scattered through this area of the woods. And as you're rushing forward, Moonwind, you have Dimble here on your shoulder, and he is out. So out. You sort of feel as if it is a small sack that you are trying to keep on your shoulder while on this dead run here. And Leon, you are following side by side with Moonwind as you both run through these woods here. And as you both run through, you can see the sun sort of start to peer through breaks of the trees and the leaves up above, signifying to you both that morning is finally almost here. And you two continue rushing south. I ask both of you what you have in the back of your mind as you are escaping from the rest of the group.
Mm-hmm. What are we escaping from again?
Those giant like roaches,
Yeah.
like were coming out of the ground. They're like
Yank eggs, yes.
I have Eldritch Blast. I'm not scared of them. That's what
yeah, but I'm
Leon's
carrying
thinking.
an gnome, dude. Like I'm
That's
like
what Leon's thinking.
I'm over here.
Leon is thinking about how tired of running he is and wishes that his pact would actually do something for him meaningful than always cause problems, is what
Sure.
Leon is thinking.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
So-
Moonwind, what about you?
So I'm pondering right now because obviously I don't want to get too far away from the group. We've already split up before. I really would like to not keep splitting up. We're just stronger together. So I want to see. I want to see if there's any sort of like safe place I can put Dimble, and we can kind of like fortify ourselves and prepare ourselves for a fight.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm wondering if maybe like something over here, maybe, or even over here, if there's
Yeah,
anything of the
yeah.
sorts where like we can hide him and keep him safe.
So you both sort of stop after having had run for a couple of minutes here, and you guys are in a sort of good clearing for you guys to be able to stop for a second and sort of recompose yourselves. And Moonwind, you're sort of frantically looking around the area with Dimble on your shoulder still, and you Leon can see you sort of pacing back and forth trying to find something. Um Leon, could you roll an insight check, please?
13 plus 3. That's 16 total.
Awesome. Yeah. So Leon, you're kind of seeing Moonwind pacing back and forth. You can kind of see him looking underneath rocks and kind of trying to look at different cracks in the ground or areas next to a large tree nearby, and you're understanding that Moonwind is just trying to find some place to put Dimble down.
Mhm.
What do you do?
I want to, since I understand that, I want to see if I see anything so I can make a suggestion.
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead and roll a perception check, the both of you, actually.
I got a 17 total.
Okay.
18 total.
Sweet. So you both start kind of looking around this area, generally speaking, and what you both seem to find is only one little small spot that might be duly fitted for what you guys need to put Dimble down for a second. And here it is, this small sort of like little nook right here underneath this tree. And here by the area of where these roots meet, you can see this sort of small divot that falls just underneath where the roots kind of come together and create the trunk of the tree. There's a hole here that turns into this small dirt cradle that would perfectly fit someone of Dimble's size. Is that where you would like to put him?
Can I inspect and make it so it's safe?
Yeah, absolutely. Both of you can go ahead and roll survival checks, please.
I only got 10 total.
10, okay. Moonwind?
I got 14 total.
10, 15, okay. And both of you sort of dig through some parts of this dirt as you're both sort of on your knees here. You both are kind of wading your hands through, and we'll have Leon come over here too. And you guys can sort of sift through this dirt and sand and that's buried under this tree, and you don't see anything of any sort of distress or harm that could be given to Dimble here. It seems pretty relatively safe.
Okay. I'm going to suggest let's put Dimble here.
Hey, that sounds like a plan.
And Moonwind, you sort of put Dimble down into your hands and you slowly set him down in this small little divot underneath the tree. And you both sort of dust yourselves off here. And what would you like to do from here now that Dimble's in this safe spot?
How many creatures are pursuing us?
The creatures are
You
back
can
in the
tell.
group. You're not sure if they're chasing you, but you're trying to separate for safety.
Can
Could
I
we
ensure that we are
perhaps-
safe?
You can, yeah. If you'd like to, yeah, absolutely. You can roll a perception check.
Is this like the kind of like main pathway?
It is, yes.
Because like kind of like going like that.
I got a dirty ass 20.
Dirty ass 20. Okay. Xander, it's more like this here. You guys are off the path currently.
Okay.
Uh,
Is this just like kind of like some like brush?
yeah, just some grass that's right here,
Okay.
leading up to the tree.
Okay. So I have an idea.
Leon, you sort of turn and look around, and in one sort of quick scope, you see these sort of large rocks, and there's a tree just about southeast, or sorry, not a tree, a huge rock about southeast of you guys here within sight. And you see what looks to be scratches on this large rock, sort of scaling up across the sides of the walls of this rock. And it's maybe 10, 15 feet high.
Can I examine these scratches to maybe tell what creature could have made these?
You can, yes, but before you do, you sort of approach this rock, and as you're approaching it, there is this sort of shift in the brush that is around all of you. There's these sort of steps that very soft steps that you guys are hearing, sort of in all directions south of you. And even though the sun is sort of breaking in certain areas, these sunbeams that are kind of coming down through the cracks of the canopy above sort of darken everything else around these beams of light. And because of such, it's kind of hard to make out too much detail of what's in front of you. But what you do see are a number of small red beady eyes, all sort of peering towards the both of you in the darkness of this area. What would you two like to do?
You said there's two beady eyes, correct?
Number of beady eyes.
There's a number of them. Leon, I want to make sure that he is proper hidden.
I would like to cast Speak with Animals.
uh,
Right. You do that. You do that. I'm gonna make sure he's proper hidden and stay by him just in case.
yeah, Leon, do you have a phrasing for the spell at all? I don't know if you have.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Oh, great.
Animalium.
And here from this, you sort of feel this warping in your hearing for a second, and what kind of animal sound would you like to sort of call out with?
How big are the eyes?
Humanoid size.
We mean no harm to you. I'm hoping that they can just understand my English.
Oh,
At
sure,
first.
sure. Okay, so you'll back off of the speak with animals. Okay.
Well, no, I'm gonna keep it on because the duration is 10 minutes.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
But I'm not going to wrongfully assume what kind of animal it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you guys can feel the sort of energy, this tension sort of grow. It's not that there's something like necessarily watching you, but they are watching your movement. They're waiting. They are awaiting whatever you are going to do in action. And one of them speaks out and says,
Nucklef. Nucklef.
I'm gonna look over at Moonwind. This is no animal.
Do I recognize this language?
Looking at your guys' languages, you do not. What you can do though is both of you can roll a history check for me.
Doing so.
Okay.
And actually, I can just cast comprehend languages.
You can do that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I got an 11.
I will still roll for it. I only got what history, correct?
Yes, history
Yeah,
check.
history.
I only got 7.
7. What did you get, Moonwind?
I got an 11.
Okay. Um You could do comprehend languages if you wanted to, Leon, but you would need a pinch of soot and salt because that is something that you are
Oh yeah,
required for
I
that.
don't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um
I don't have that. I think.
and Moonwind, I'm sorry, one more time.
Am I sweating? Can you take the salt from my sweat?
Not quite. The soot would be probably the problem, just because there's no fire nearby, right? Moonwind,
I can make a fire.
your roll one more time, please.
It was an 11.
11. Okay, that's sorry. I was doing multiple things at once.
No worries.
You both sort of listen to this voice,
Nucklek.
and it's not a language you really have heard before that you understand at all, obviously, but it seems almost orcish, but not. It's not orcish. It's something similar.
A goblin?
And yeah, you haven't heard this before. It seems to be sharper, more nasty than orc is.
Imps? Goblins?
What would you two like to do?
We don't trust it.
Show yourself.
Moonwind?
I want to ready shocking grasp and just show it and see if the light from it and can illuminate some of the area. See if we can see this, whatever it is.
Okay. I'll tell you, won't be bright enough to do that, but I will allow you to ready one. If you can roll me an intimidation check, please.
I have an idea. It's an opening, right?
Dirty 20.
Okay.
It's an opening.
Like a clearing of the woods here. Is that what you mean, or?
Oh, or no, like you said, it's like a opening, like with a tree, like where the eyes are coming out of, right?
No, it's just out of the darkness of the area around all of you. There's eyes. You can see these small red glows.
I got him
Okay.
here.
Is there like a spot where there's more of a concentration of eyes? Like there's a grouping?
Yeah, a little bit. It's a little bit more sort of in the southeast direction, because of just underneath the large rock that you had seen there with the scratches.
How many are there?
Probably
Like can I count
there's probably
like-
five pairs of eyes.
5 pairs? And how many of those are closest like to each other within let's say a radius of, 5 feet.
They're a little bit more spread out than that. It's probably every 10 feet there's another pair.
Okay.
And you guys are seeing
But-
these eyes sort of in this area here.
Okay. So I am going to look directly at the one that was just speaking to us.
Sure.
And I'm going to say, show yourself or be banned.
You're going to speak directly to it. Okay. Okay. And Moonwind, you raise your hand up and your fingers start to let off this small jolt of electricity. And Leon, you speak out towards the voice. And Leon, could you please roll me an intimidation check as well?
Also, abso-freaking-lutely, because
Come
I
on,
got
brother.
a plus
That's my dirty
5.
20.
I have a plus 5 to this.
Come on. Match my dirty 20. Match my dirty 20.
I do you one better. I had a 24 total.
Hey, let's go.
And as I say this,
Yeah.
my hands, both of them, are gonna start glowing with fire, and it's gonna be coming out, because that is the intimidation that I'm putting off right now. As I said, show yourself or be burned.
Do you have a spell or something that you are readying?
I do. I have two cantrips that I could use at will right now.
Sure. Yeah. Which ones are you sort of presenting here in your hands?
Firebolt and bonfire.
Awesome.
One in each hand.
Sweet. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And Moonwind, your hand is up, and Leon's hands are sort of glowing with this bright orange.
Does that
here.
illuminate?
It illuminates
a
bit. Yeah, you're seeing this a little bit brighter of an orange here, and as the lights from the fire in your hands will kind of sort of shine forward from the darkness and in between the beams of light coming down from the balcony, you start to see these small green faces peek out from these shadows. And with them, small, beady, needle-like daggers, and their bodies are sort of covered in these ragged leathers and small chunks and pieces of makeshift armor, not fully cladded, but shoulder pads that they very obviously have stolen off of others, and tears of leather made from just pieces and bits and pegs here and there.
Bits and bobs.
And one of these goblins that peers out from the shadows sort of steps forward, and this goblin with its very sort of sharp, rigid face sort of steps forward, and it says, "Naklek, Naklaklask." And it points its small little dagger at you both. It's Nakalak, Nakalak.
I'm gonna look over at Moonwind, and I'm just gonna say, "There's no getting through with these." And then Pyrim Ignis. I'm gonna light that bitch in a fucking bonfire.
I will have you both roll initiative, please. Oh, Leon.
I got 16.
He had to do it. He had to fucking
got a
do
30.
it to him, man.
I got another dirty 20.
Another dirty 20. Okay.
Listen. We can't understand what they're saying, and they're coming out pointing daggers at us.
Sure. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So let's see. Sorry, Leon, one more time. What was your roll?
I got 16 total.
16. Okay. Let me see here.
See, this time I looked up the Latin words for my spells.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just write these down. Note them down. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
I have notes on my PC.
Gotcha.
Save it in the Google Drive.
The Google Drive.
Why you want them?
The Google Drive.
No, just save them. Just that way you have a cloud copy of it.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Okay, so Leon, you said
16.
16. Moon, you got 17, correct?
I had a 17 plus 3, so dirty 20.
20.
Do I initiate this by catching him on fire?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking though. Like I feel like doesn't that kind of give him like
It will allow you to roll at advantage for your first attack.
Okay.
So give me a second here.
Because I was hoping that, whatever leader is trying to talk to us, if I catch him on fire, it scares the shit out of the other ones. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
right. For sure. And this guy will be go. Okay, so from here, Moonwind, we sort of begin with you on the jump here. You and Leon are going to kind of run with 3-second turns just for this beginning part, as you two have sort of jumped to attack before they have an opportunity to do very much. Moonwind, what would you like to do kicking off your turn here?
I'm actually a bit startled that this all happened. I was not necessarily wanting to initiate an attack.
Sure.
But I'm kind of just Alright, so I'm gonna go. I want to move, just kind of ease my way over here because I don't necessarily want them to understand that we have something that we're trying to protect. So I kind of want to throw them off and kind of go off in kind of like this direction, and then I'm just going to stand. Can I just use a bonus action, and then that's it?
Yeah, if you would like to, that's fine. You can do that.
I just want to use patient defense.
Patient defense, yeah, that's okay. You can do that.
Yeah, spend
That's
a key
all right.
point for patient defense. So yeah, and then where's that thing? I guess I'm just go here. Ah, yeah, there you go. So 1 key point used. Yeah, there you go. Okay. And then I end my turn there.
And your turn there. Okay, sweet. And so Moonwind, you sort of pivot off to the left here a little bit, kind of leaping down from this smaller section. And Leon, we go to you here. Are you casting off your firebolt or your bonfire first?
I'm gonna do the bonfire.
How far
That's
is the bonfire spell good for? What's
60
the
foot in range, and it does a 5-foot cube.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Oh yeah, he's well within your range here. Okay.
Let's see here. It does 1d8 of fire damage every turn that an enemy is either in it or passes through it.
Awesome. Okay.
Or I wouldn't say just an enemy if somebody passes through it.
Okay, for sure. And are you just throwing it directly at this little
Directly
goblin guy
on him.
right here?
Directly on him.
Okay, sweet.
The one that
sweet.
was pointing his dagger on us.
Gotcha. Yeah, absolutely. So,
I misunderstood patient defense. Never mind.
You misunderstood what? Patient defense.
I misunderstood patient defense. Yeah, we'll just
We'll get there. That's okay.
ignore it.
And it's not a direct attack on the individual. They have to do a dex save, and they have to roll at least 15.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and roll that for him now. Okay, so okay. Let me go ahead and read that spell off for me really quick.
Yeah, you can create a bonfire on the ground that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, the magic fills a 5-foot cube. Any creature in the bonfire space that you cast the spell must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 fire damage. The creature must also make a saving throw when it moves into the bonfire space for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there.
Okay, sweet. So he rolled a 19. But what we're going to do is, because that is a lit fire, we are going to put a small circle.
Also,
here.
I need to turn on my hardware acceleration. That's what's going on.
So we're putting the fire right there, that red circle there, just to signify that there is a fire there that's present. And so, Leon, how does this look when you're tossing this bonfire out? What are you doing here? Are you just
I
chucking it
just
forward?
lift up the hand because I had him readied.
Yeah.
So like my next turn, I'm probably going to use the firebolt. You
Absolutely,
know?
yeah,
And
for
I
sure.
say Pyrim Ignis, and it just immediately lights the area that
Absolutely,
he is standing in.
And you can see this little goblin guy sort of look down at the ground. He's like, ah, and starts to sort of step over the fire. You can feel and see the coals at his feet as he sort of jumps out of the way, and this big burst of light comes from the ground just a split second after he moves. Leon, is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
I'm gonna just stay in position.
Awesome. Okay. And Leon, you sort of like ready yourself here.
Oh
to
yeah, I draw
see-
my sword. That's what I do.
Sure.
Now
absolutely.
since I used that spell that I had readied, I will draw my sword with that hand.
Sure, yeah, and you draw your sword out, pointing it directly towards this little goblin, and when you do, you can see two pairs of those eyes that you had seen before sort of start to step forward towards the both of you as well, and you guys can see two more goblins now sort of crawling their way towards the both of you here with swords drawn. Our main little goblin guy is going to sort of rush towards you, Leon. He's angry. Ooh, I think actually, hold on. I think they have a shorter. Oh no, yeah, he can actually go on you that way. 30 feet, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yes. And Leon, your AC, sir.
12.
12, you said?
Yes.
Okay. And he just has this sort of small little dagger-like curve-shaped scimitar that he raises up towards you and swings at your torso here. And as the blade sort of comes down, you can feel the edge of the blade sort of scratch down the front of your thigh here. And when you do, this is doing 2 plus 2 damage, so 4 damage to you. Like it's
All right.
You can see
I have temp health on from last time, so I will take 4 down on the temp health.
Absolutely, yeah. And that blade sort of scrapes down the front of your leg and it makes you sort of wince for a small second here.
You dirty little bastard!
And then you guys can see the other two goblins sort of start to like crawl their way forward with their swords in tow. And the one here on the right is going to go around this rock and he's sort of leaping and bounding over it. As he jumps onto this root, he jumps over with the blade down on the bottom of his fist towards you, Moonwind. And Moonwind, your AC, please.
15.
And that blade will come down, and Moonwind, when it does, you sort of feel yourself not fully prepared for this attack, and you raise your arm up to sort of move and leverage him out of the way, but that dagger comes down and cuts you on the front of your forearm there, and that will be dealing 5 damage to you, sir.
Jesus.
And as these goblins sort of drop from their attacks and look you in the eyes, you can feel them with this sort of small, intense, heated look of just hatred towards the both of you here. We go back to... I just realized I was not doing the turns. My apologies. We go back to... actually, the other goblin guy. Who's actually just going to be moving his way sort of in between the two of you here. And he has this sort of small little bow. It's not like a short bow. It's not a long bow. This is a little guy bow for a little guy goblin. And he has far less armor than the other two goblins do, and he sort of pulls his bow back and aims it towards you, Leon. And he lets off a shot. And when he does, this arrow sort of doesn't even get anywhere near you. It just sort of flings and flies maybe 5 feet past you on the right and just budges into the tree behind you. And now we move our way back to Moonwind. Sir, what are you going to do?
What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What kind of shape is an emanation?
Is an emanation, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
Is it just a circle?
Yeah. An emanation's pretty much just like a round circular shape.
Okay.
Why are you asking?
The reason I ask...
Okay, so let me be clear. An emanation is technically a circular shape made from squares.
Okay. So it would still be like this, essentially?
Yes, correct, yeah. And then you would use the squares within that circle to sort of determine. What is the distance here that you're looking for? Does it say like a radius or anything?
A 5 foot emanation originating from me.
Originating from you. Okay, so that means... yeah, that pretty much would be about right. Well, actually, no, that would need to be bigger. If it's coming from you, we would need it to be... Well, okay, so each square is 5 feet. So if you just keep in mind of everything that's within 5 feet around you, that's going to be your 5 foot emanation.
Oh, okay. So it would be essentially, like, let's see if this is like this whole area.
Yes, effectively, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna use Thunderclap.
You have Thunderclap? Hold on, you have Thunderclap?
Yeah,
I do too. Actually, I have that as well.
I went Magic Initiate Wizard.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, shit. All right. Sure. Moonwind, okay. Hold on.
I feel like that makes sense for your character too.
It does. 100% it does. Holy shit. Okay, so for folks at home, that means that every creature around 5 foot from Moonwind has to run a Constitution saving throw, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You must succeed on a Constitution saving throw,
Or
take 1d6 thunder damage.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. 14. Your Constitution it needs to be 12. So he made it. So attack save. Yeah. So it's Constitution 12. So
Okay.
Saving throw or take 1d6. Okay, cool. So Moon, what does this look like? What are you doing here? How are you casting this thunderclap?
So I'm so he jumps up, he jumps at me and he like slashes my forearm. I'm like kind of taken back.
Sure.
I'm just like,
and just level it out. Yeah. So this goblin, after he cuts your arm, he's sort of looking up towards you and he sees you like, and go to like clap forward in front. And when he does, he's sort of, the look on his face changes from angry and successful to this like a little worried look as he sees your hands sort of come together. This goblin falls to the ground and starts to scurry back as this loud sort of crushes out around you. This sound bounces through the trees as this large crack begins to go through. Moonwind, is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
I'm trying to see if there's on here, if I click this if it'll show me if I have any other actions that I can take. Do I just click this? No.
So I will tell you that the any of the spells that you cast are going to be actions. So you have the option of a bonus action that you can take.
Yeah, because that's listed here as a cantrip for me.
So that would be an action. That would be a regular action. Yeah.
That's the action. Gotcha. So then on bonus actions, and he's still like right there.
Oh, he's still in front of you. Yeah. He just crawled himself back a little bit.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'm running flurry of blows.
Okay. Sweet. And Moonwind, what are you doing as you're sort of wanting to come towards him at? Like, what is this attack looking like?
So once I've noticed that the thunderclap was like not as successful as I had hoped, I'm just gonna rush in, uppercut, and then as soon this is my hope, like I'm gonna rush in, uppercut, and as soon as his head comes up, back down.
Mm-hmm.
So he's back into the ground, and then as he's going back down, I want to just knee him in the face.
Sweet. All right. Awesome. Moonwind, go ahead and roll for your hits really quick.
Yes. Let me get the right dice out here. So what are my hit dice here? 1d4 plus 3. Right, that's its damage. Let me get the hit dice right. Okay, so roll to hit. Plus 5. Sorry, it's been a while. I'm rolling to do d20.
Yes, yeah. All three. Yeah. Just give me all three rolls.
Okay, so that one was 18. No, that was dirty 20. The first one was dirty 20. And then the other two, let's roll these two at the same time. Nat 20 and then a 1. That's fucking crazy. I got a 20 and a 1.
Okay. Okay.
So
you have a dirty 20,
can I choose
a nat
what the
20,
1 applies to?
And a 1?
Dirty 20, nat 20, and a 1. Could I propose an idea for the 1?
As much as I would like to let you, I can't, because I'm of duty of telling you how this succeeds or fails. So,
okay.
Moonwind, you let off that first uppercut, and it just licks this guy underneath the chin, and you see him sort of fall backwards, eyes dazed, as that second punch comes from over the top, and it right down the side of his face, you see a tooth come fucking loose. And then that third strike, as you go in for it, he falls over to the ground before you can hit this kick in. And please go ahead and roll damage for all 2 of those 3 hits.
Okay, and that would be d4. All right, 1d4 plus 3. All right, so that one was 7. Ooh, so 7 and 4 total.
7-4 total.
7 and 4 for both of them.
Total. Okay, cool. Yeah, Moonwind, how do you want this to end?
Oh, is he dying?
So you got these 2 shots off. You see him sort of fall over, eyes rolling to the back of his head here. How are you ending this out?
So this is how it plays out. So uppercut, boom, punch, boom, go for the knee, and he's down. Oh, shite. I'm gonna check for a pulse. I'm gonna check for a pulse.
And there is none. The pulse is gone. This guy is done for. And Moonwood, anything else with your turn, sir? Does your action, bonus actions, or any movement you want to do here?
I am going to run back over here and get next to Leon and kind of just get just get over here to give him an assist.
Sure. And now we move to Leon. Your turn, sir.
I'm just gonna switch it up. That orange glow that's in my left hand is gonna go purple, and I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the Goblin Warrior right in front of my face.
Okay, how do you want to do that? How are you just like putting it right?
I'm literally gonna put it right in front of his face and just fucking blast it, dude.
Can you like give me a line, please? Can you give me a line that you're giving this fucking goblin, dude? What are you saying with your hand in this bitch's face, dude?
I'm gonna say, disappear.
Okay, all right, brother, man. Roll me for hit, dude. Roll me for hit.
This is so evil what I'm doing, because this has a +7 to hit and a 1d10 +5.
Roll to hit, my good sir.
We got a 24 total.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Go ahead and just roll me that damage, brother.
Yeah, it was a d10. I have too many dice now. Here's the d10. Here we go. Yeah. I rolled a 10 +5, so that's doing 15.
Leon, go ahead and finish him for me, man.
It's literally exactly what it's gonna be. I'm gonna put my hand right up to his head, and I'm gonna repeat what I said earlier. Disappear.
And you let off.
And I'm gonna fire that.
You
Eldritch
let
Blast.
off that Eldritch Blast, and this goblin's head is just engulfed in this massive purple beam that shoots from your hand into the dirt behind it, because this goblin is maybe like 3 feet tall. You're aiming down at the ground behind this goblin's head. And when your Eldritch Blast lets off, the now headless body of this goblin just falls backwards. And
I'm gonna peer
over.
over. And that was the original one, right?
That was the original one, yes.
I'm going to give the meanest glare at the goblin that's in front of us after that, and I'm just gonna stand exactly where I'm standing.
For sure. And that goblin, you can see as he sort of looks towards you both, his face is just fear. It just absolute horror that this goblin has just watched its friend have its complete head obliterated. And from behind it, you see these other 2 pairs of red eyes, sort of what were very sharpened, angered looking little beads looking towards you both, are now gone. They ran. They're gone. They no longer are there. And you see this small goblin guy sort of take his bow, and he like puts it on his back and says, and just on all fours rushes out back into the woods in front of you. But more importantly, as it rushes away, you see maybe 10 feet behind it this small warping circle in the ground begin to turn, sort of like a whirlpool of sand and dirt. And when it begins to turn, you sort of start to see these sharp ligaments come out of the ground. And this goblin steps into this small swirl of dirt. And when it does, it flies into the air. And more importantly, back down into the mouth of an ankeg, now peering itself from the hole beneath it, and swallows the goblin in front of you. My good sirs, I'm going to have you both just hang tight for me really quick, because I need to roll initiative for these guys. Has got a 19.
Fuck.
And now, thankfully, we go back to... Actually, sorry, Leon. Is there any movement you would like to make after seeing this here? To complete your turn.
I'm gonna stand my ground.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just gonna ready up, and actually, because I have two-hand weapon fighting, I'm going to put both my hands on the sword.
Oh, he's doing both hands on the sword, baby. Let's go, dude. Okay. All right. And
And just prepare myself, you know.
for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Moonwind, it's back to you, my friend. These two Ankegs billow themselves out of the ground in front of you, and here with their very praying mantis-like arms and their large pincers around their mouths begin to chitter and scrape the ground as they come towards you both. Moonwind, what do you do?
Oh, fuck. Shit. Okay. I want to take my finger and wipe across my forehead,
Okay.
taking all the sweat on my index finger.
Uh-huh.
And I want to fling it towards Ankeg B.
Okay.
And I want to say, Edramar Cleate, casting Ice Knife.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. Cool. Moonwind, please let me know what Ice Knife does. If you could read off that spell for me.
So this is, you create it, so it requires a drop of water or a piece of ice. So the water from my sweat is what I was going to use.
I like
You
it.
create a shard of ice and fling it at one creature within range. Range is 60 feet.
Okay.
On hit, or make a ranged spell attack against the target. On hit, the target takes 1d10 piercing damage.
Okay.
Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
Fucking brilliant. Okay, go ahead and roll to hit for that Ice Knife. The initial attack here.
Here. Alright, it's gonna be +4. 12.
12. Okay. And these are big boys. I won't be surprised.
Yeah.
Ooh, no, not quite. So the...
But hit or miss.
Yes, of course. So that Ice Knife goes and you fling it forward, and it sort of flings forward and hits the ground just underneath its feet. But when it does, you see the explosion pop, and 3 more ice spikes come from that explosion up into the stomach of the Ankeg here, and it's 2d6.
Yes, 2d6 cold damage.
That'll be 5 damage to Ankeg B. Moonwind, anything else?
Throw the goblin body at it.
Jesus.
I would 100% let you guys do
What am I,
that if you
Boris?
wanted to. 100%.
What if I
No,
lit
I'm
it
just
on
gonna-
fire and offered it to the Ankeg? Is like, here's a meal.
They're not intelligent,
No, that-
unfortunately. Yeah.
At that point, I'm gonna ready my quarterstaff.
Okay. You gonna ready
Look at
up?
this nerd and his fucking stick.
Okay. All right. I like it. And Moonwind, you marked off that first because Ice Knife, I believe, is a first level spell, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you mark that off as used.
Yep.
The Ankeg in the back here begins to sort of chitter further, and you can see its movement very sort of like fast and flinching as it starts to sort of step towards the both of you. This Ankeg will move its way up. And from here, this Ankeg, Moonwind, it's looking directly towards you, and as you can sort of see, its eyes begin to sort of shift and lean in towards the front, looking downward at you. You see its big mouth begin to open, but instead of sort of leaping towards you, it sort of opens and becomes more large and gaping as you see this big ball of green bile begin to come out from behind its throat. It spits towards you. And let's see.
Am I able to dodge?
Well, it's actually not a hit. You have to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, sir.
You are looking for a 12.
Oh, cool.
I dropped a dice.
18 plus,
and I
got an 18 plus 3.
18 plus 3. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Yeah, because Leon is behind you, he's not affected with this. So they spit it in a line. It's like a line of like spat acid bile that goes forth, and so it's a 30-foot long, 5-foot wide line. So because Leon is behind you, he's not an effect of that. Yeah, Moonwind. So this ball of acid spit comes flinging fast towards you, and Moonwind, you sort of backpedal your way away, seeing and anticipating where the landing of this ball is going to go, and you feel this big splash of acid blanket up the moss in front of you and sort of start to sink into the floor as Ankeg moves forward. And Ankeg B will begin to sort of shift up as well. And Ankeg B will come up towards the both of you. And as it does, it'll sort of start to open up its pincers and lunge towards you, Leon. And Leon, you said your AC is 12?
Yeah.
Okay. And Leon, these two massive pincers go barreling towards you, and when they do, you are able to time it perfectly as they sort of chomp down near you, and you forward roll your way out of the attack.
Fucking shot!
And Leon, as you duck under this bite and sort of roll your way forward in front of the Ankeg, it is now your turn. What are you doing?
For the rule of cool, as I roll and I have, I'm low to the ground, I would like to Eldritch Blast right in its little tummy area.
You want to Eldritch, instead of having your sword, you want to just roll and just blast right underneath? Absolutely, dude. Yeah, go ahead and roll me
It's stronger.
Roll me a hit, but roll it at advantage, please.
Advantage?
Yes.
All right. I'm getting another D20 out here.
Absolutely.
We got the power of 2. (15 plus 5 is a 20. So I'm really glad that I got advantage because one of those was only a 5.
Yeah, Leon, what does this look like? How are you doing this? So you roll underneath this.
As I roll and I'm low, like at the end of the roll, I'm just gonna instinctively, because I can't roll with the sword in both hands.
Right.
I'm going to instinctively just.
Yeah, for sure. So you tuck into this roll and you raise your hand up and you see this beam sort of shoot up through the torso of this Ankeg. And go ahead and roll your damage, please.
Yeah. Just really wanted to make sure I was hitting it in the soft spot, because if I remember right, from my studies at Baldur's Gate, these creatures have an exoskeleton, and their underbelly is the softest spot.
Yeah.
We got 5 plus 5, so that's 10 damage.
10 damage? Sweet. Okay. And beautiful. Leon, is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
Let's
You have
see.
a bonus action movement still available to you.
Actually know exactly what I'm gonna do. Let's see, do I have I do. I still have a spell slot. And how far does this go? I am going to Misty Step.
Okay. Absolutely.
It's instantaneous. Actually don't have this word here. Let me. And okay, that'll sound cool. All right, so I have a 30-foot radius. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna Misty Step, and I'm gonna say,
Yeah, where are you going?
1 second, I gotta say the vocal. Intenitor Caligo, and it's gonna go from 1 all the way down to here. 6
Beautiful.
spaces. It's a 30-foot range, and then I still have movement speed, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, and since that bonfire is still going, I am giving myself a little protection from these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
for sure. Okay, I like it. And Leon, is that going to be the end of your turn, sir?
That will be the end of my turn.
So, Moonwind, you can see Leon sort of duck underneath that ant keg and blast it from underneath. You see that purple beam fire through that ant keg, and the words murmured under Leon's breath. You see him poof, poof, and appear again just 30 feet in front of you from behind them.
That's the first time I've used it, too.
Moonwind,
This whole campaign.
What do you do with your turn?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Focus the one that I just hit. I'm gonna yell that at him.
In that case, I'm going to rush Ankeg Bradley. And I want to like jump on top of this thing. Like just like full on rodeo, dude.
Yeah?
I'm full on fucking rodeo.
Oh,
dog,
you want to
dude.
jump on?
And
Okay.
I'm going to use Chill Touch.
Okay, well, so firstly, oh, wow. Moonwind, let's go ahead and have you roll me an acrobatics check, please.
Okay.
Ant kegs are pretty tall. They're probably about 10 feet tall, so.
Right. Acrobatics check. Well, that, my friend, is a 18 total.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, Moonwind. So how do you want to climb up them? Are you just trying to, like, just grab onto a part of its arm?
So
as
how
it's
tall is this
turning?
thing? Are we talking about like?
They're probably a good 10 to 12 feet tall. Is like these are giant praying mantis looking like creatures with pincers on their mouths.
Gotcha. So, and is it like facing me at this point?
Right now, yeah, it's turning towards you here because Leon has gone underneath it. It's kind of barreling back and forth a little bit after taking on that Eldritch Blast.
And do I see a very like noticeable damage on the front from his attack?
Yeah,
I got it like right in the belly.
Yeah,
is where
it's
I
like
hit it.
stomach here. You can see a chunk of its stomach gone here
Okay.
with acid
Yeah.
flesh dripping down.
So I basically want to just run right up to it and kind of just take like a big leap towards it
Uh-huh.
and kind of like in an arcing sort of like jump right towards its like face and then kind of like drop before its face and then get to its stomach and then try and like grab into like
It's acid though.
where he could.
Yeah, it's acid. Be careful with that. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, its blood is acid. Yes.
Okay, so I want to.
floor is lava.
Then I'm gonna
Floor is lava.
jump. Then I'm gonna jump towards its face, push off of its pincers, flip around, and get on top of its head, and then, boom.
And then chill touch it. And Moonwind, could you read off chill touch for me? I know that's a cantrip for you, right?
Yes. Channeling the chill of the grave. Make a melee spell attack against a target within reach.
Oh,
On
it's
a hit.
necrotic damage.
It's necrotic damage. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 necrotic damage, and it can't regain hit points until the end of your next turn.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll to hit, but because you are on its head, Moonwind, I will have you roll at advantage as well.
Use this one. All right. +4. That'd be a 17 total.
A 17 total. Beautiful. And Moonwind, you sort of lay your hands on the head of this Ankeg, and you feel this cold brim breeze sort of exude from your fingers, and you see this ice build up from the top of its head, and you just push down and crush down on the top of its head as you see that ice break that outer shell on the back of its neck. It sort of stumbles and falls forward a little bit and begins to shake, and as it sort of begins to move its body more sporadically around. Moonwood, what do you do after that?
Should I roll for damage?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, no worries. So that would be 1d10. That'd be 8.
8 damage. Beautiful. Okay. And Moonwind, you see it sort of fall forward and shift and begin to sort of start to try to reach its arms behind it, but it can't quite reach there. What do you do?
I'm going to backflip off of it over this direction.
Okay, so let's say, so you were right next to it. It's about 10 foot to get to the top of it. We'll minus 10 feet of movement speed, and then we'll do another 10 feet for your jumping down.
Okay.
Okay, so that is 20. Yeah, so right about there would be about fine for your movement there. Is there any other actions you would like to take? Or bonus actions, I mean.
I'm still within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, we'll say you gotta either this one or this one, right or left.
I would say say that one.
That one, okay. Cool.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna go at it with flurry of blows.
Okay, go ahead and roll me all 3 hits here. But before you do, what do these hits look like? How are you doing this combo here?
So I want to go about this like making sure I am not getting anywhere near its blood.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, but I want to go for its like limbs.
Like its legs and so. Okay, all right, perfect, yeah.
So that's 3 of them. All right, we got a 19, a 14, and a 8.
Awesome. So, Moonwind, what is this combo that you're sending? What are these 3 hits that you're doing?
So the 3 hits I want to. So how is it standing? Like what
it's
is?
got. Think
where
of
are its main support legs?
A praying mantis. It's got 3 legs on each side, and 3 of them are now facing you because you jumped off of its back, right? So you've got 2 right side hind legs right next to you. Okay.
So I want to run up to its supporting legs and right at like the joints where it's connected to its body. I want to like just go in and like try and make just like hit it with everything I got to see if I can crack.
Yeah,
like crack the joints.
Sure.
So like that. So I just want to. So I'm gonna kind of like run behind it, like go, and then the other leg.
Okay.
And then kind of just try and like kick it off balance for the 3rd hit.
And Moonwind, you had 2 hits there. Let's go ahead and have you roll damage for those.
Okay, so that would be D4. Okay, so let's do. Oh, wow. So that's gonna be 5 for both of them. So 10 total.
10 total. Okay, sweet. And Moonwind, you send these strikes towards this joint of the leg right next to its sort of abdominal butt here, and you let off these 3 strikes, but after the second one, this leg sort of falls off of the body as you see this blood, green and aura start to spray out from underneath it like someone dumping a bucket over an edge. That leg falls off and just sort of falls lifeless to the side as the Ankeg now turns back around towards you, screeching once more. Moonwind, will that be your turn, sir?
So you said that was 25 feet that I had just used?
Yes. Yes.
So I have 20 feet left. Yeah. Can I? Oh no, that's a bonus action. Never mind. I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet if they take an opportunity to attack. But I am going to go yikes and go. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, and 20.
Sweet. And now we move back to the Ankegs, and Ankeg A here begins to sort of look over towards you, Leon. You see Moonwind sort of slide over his way towards you after this other Ankeg is sort of stumbling, trying to keep itself up and move forward. The other Ankeg looks at you and its mouth opens with another bile green spit lobbing your way. And Leon,
It's Dex, right? I have to roll Dex.
you have to roll a dexterity saving throw, yes.
17 total.
Sweet. And Leon, I'm going to ask you, how do you want to dodge out of the way of this acid ball?
Literally just step to the side.
Just sidestep it, yeah.
Just
This acid ball goes flinging your way, and you just sort of sidestep it with your sword still in hand. You see that in slow motion, that ball just zoom right past you as you sort of step out. And Ankeg A will sort of start to, in this sort of eerie bug-like sidewalk, like a crab will start to shimmy up towards you this way here. And Ankeg B will sort of begin to start to catch itself, but you both can notice that its back leg being gone now is a problem for the Ankeg. It's trying to step forward, but it can't seem to get the same distance that the other one can. And as it's moving towards the both of you, you guys can see its mouth open, and another acid ball goes flinging towards you, Moonwind. Please roll a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity. That'd be a 17 total.
Brilliant. And Moon, I ask you the same. How are you wanting to dodge this acid ball as it's coming towards you?
This fire is still going?
It is, yes.
Remember, if you go in it, you have to do a saving throw.
Yes.
No, I'm not gonna go in it. I just kind of want to do like a tuck and roll over to the side.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So you duck under, and as this acid ball sort of flings out towards you, you roll off to the left here, and you're still sort of on one knee coming out of this roll, looking at the Ankeg, and you see its mouth just not from the acid ball, but just barreling, covered in green blood as it's dripping from its mouth. This Ankeg does not look good. And here we go back to Leon. This acid ball comes flinging by your way, and you turn. Sword still in hand, you look back at Ankeg 1 as it comes closer to you. What do you do?
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast B. I'm gonna aim for the same spot.
Oh, you're gonna Eldritch Blast B. You don't care about A being in front. Okay, yeah, for sure.
No, I want to get rid of a possible threat.
Sure. What does this attack look like? How are you doing? You just dodged this acid ball. Where are you going with it?
I sidestep so I'm gonna sidestep the fucking acid ball, and I'm just gonna look at, like, the sword is kind of like pointed down. You know what I mean? And then I'm just gonna look at the other Ankeg B, and I'm just gonna say, disappear.
All right, go ahead and roll for hit, my friend.
Dude is just Tony Stark the Warlock.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
I mean, why would I not? Anyways, I got a 22 to hit.
Brilliant.
Plus 7.
And Leon, that you send that purple beam, and as you do, you can see that beam impact right in the middle of that torso of that Ankeg. Go ahead and roll damage, please.
Cool. I just rolled. That is going to be 9 plus 5. That is a 14 total.
Brilliant. And Leon, what does this look like? Finish it for me.
Eldritch Blast is just going to go straight through in that already damaged spot. And if I remember right, Ankegs, they're big, but like they're not like super wide. They're like kind of
correct. They're
thinner.
more skinny than yeah.
I'm envisioning with me aiming at its wound already that a chunk of it's missing. I'm envisioning this just like cutting it in half, essentially.
Sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, Leon, you send that blast, and when that beam goes through, you sort of turn it a little bit so that it angles in a cutting position going across its body. And when you do, the Ankeg sort of as it explodes from the middle section, you see its 2 sections of its body now severed fall to the ground in front of you, and Ankeg B is now dead. My friend, is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
Yeah, I would like to go 1, 2.
Yeah, okay, right here next to the fire. Okay.
Moving around the rosy, dude.
You did say you're using that fire for protection. I see you.
Yeah.
And Leon, that will be the end of your turn here. And
I'll have my back to the fire, actually.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure. Yeah. And you two, while sort of peering over towards this Ankeg on the other side of this bonfire here, you both sort of from a distance away hear, "You slimy cunt! I'll fuck you up!" And you have both of you look over towards the tree and see Dimble standing on top of the large tree root protruding from this tree just near its area where you guys left Dimble behind. And he sort of raises his hands up, and the both of you see strangely this gust of wind blow from underneath Dimble, but more importantly, you see this bright shine come from around his head, a weird, strange, eerie green glow emanating from his head. And as you do, you guys both see Dimble yell out, calling, "Earth call!" And he slams his hands onto the roots of the trees. And you all feel the ground begin to shake around you like a small earthquake, but more importantly, you see rocks begin to protrude from the ground, going immediately towards the Ankeg from underneath its body. And let me see here. Okay, Leon, I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I got a 15 total, 14 plus 1.
Okay, brilliant. from this area here, and I'm going to show you guys. From this area here. Oh, whoops. That's way too big. There we go. From this area here, Leon, you find yourself seeing that these rocks are beginning to lift up out of the ground. And Leon, how do you want to sort of roll out of the way here? Are you tucking and rolling, or are you?
Yeah, I just want to roll towards Moonwind like that.
Beautiful.
That's
yeah.
it.
So you roll over onto your side and come up out of this tuck and roll. And these grounds that are slowly coming up from underneath the ground, sort of slowly growing, you see these rocks round in shape. Now suddenly, shing! As they turn into spikes in all directions, shoot up, stabbing the Ankeg from underneath the ground. And
that thing's dead. That thing's got to be dead.
The Ankeg.
One of those spikes is on fire too, by the way. I just want to note that.
It is,
so,
my friend.
It also has to roll a D8 of damage if it doesn't do that saving throw either.
This spike does 24 damage. And this Ankeg, now sort of plastered on these spikes, is still sort of moving around its arms as it's screeching and flailing. You guys can see it unable to move from these spikes now holding it in place. It's not quite dead, but it can't move from here. And
so
Dimble,
does it roll
Go ahead. Yes, your question.
Does the spike have the bonfire on it?
It does. There is a spike with the fire on sitting on.
And does
this
that
protrusion.
reach it? Does it reach the Ankeg?
Not quite. Not quite.
Up?
It's more upwards than it is into the Ankeg itself.
I was gonna say roll that saving throw for the fire.
I know for sure.
Ready.
And Dimble will jump down from this tree root and run over towards the both of you here. And he's a little guy, so he's not able to run all the way towards you guys, but he's sort of halfway between you. And he says, "Hi, friends, I'm awake. Thank you." As he waves his hand up towards you both. And now...
I'm just going to say, I'm glad he's on our side.
Now we go back to Moonwind. These spikes protruding from the ground. You see this Ankeg just barbecue skewered upwards into these rocks. And just so you know, these spikes are maybe 15 feet high from the ground to the tip of the spike going up. Moonwind, what would you like to do with your turn?
I am going to run on over to Dimble, rather. Dimble. I'm gonna run over to Dimble over here, and I'm just gonna look over at him and just say, "One of these days, I'm gonna have to get you to teach me that."
Okay. Anything else with your turn, sir?
I go over here and I look over at the Ankeg and I pull out my short bow and I'm going to aim directly for whatever eye is closest to me or whatever eye is within my view.
Okay.
If it's the facing the direction that the picture is, then it's right eye.
Okay, so you're going to try to just get anywhere near its head area, right? That's what you're trying for. Okay,
Correct.
Go ahead and roll to hit for me.
Meow. Ooh, nat 20!
Oh, fuck. Okay. All right. Well, all right. That changes things a little bit. Moonwind, roll your damage, please. So you're doing...
What is that one? That's 1d6 plus 3.
Yeah.
Right.
So now you're going to roll 2d6, and then you're going to add the plus 3.
Okay. Give me something good. Ooh, a 6 and a 4. That is a 10. Plus 2. So plus 3. Did I do the plus
13.
3 for both dice?
No, just one. You add the modifier
Just the
after.
one? Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah, so
13
total.
damage. And that arrow goes sending straight towards the Ankeg. And Dimble, who's watching just like in awe of you both, sees this arrow fly up, and you can see it stab right into the side of the Ankeg's head. And the ant starts to screech and convulse as Dimble is like so happy being next to your leg, watching you do that. Moonwind, anything else with your turn?
I do want to look at Dimble and give him a high five.
You mean low five? That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
And Dimble will give you a little leap up and clap your hand up with a big smile on his little face. And the Ankeg, being pretty much incapacitated here, only has one move that it can make, and it's going to spit its acid out towards you, Moonwind, and this sort of flurried, not knowing what to do, panic movement it is doing. Moonwind, I will have you roll your dexterity saving throw, please.
Gotcha. Ooh, yeah, I like that. That is an 18 plus 3, so 12.
Oh, absolutely. So, Moonwind, here's the added ordeal, though, here, is you
Dimble's
also
right
have
there.
Dimble right next to you. How are you wanting to go about rolling out of the way of this acid thing?
As soon as I see the Ankeg spewing out, I just want to grab Dimble and kind of move over this way and see if maybe we can take some
Sure.
some sort of protection behind these rocks.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have you also roll me a athletics check, please.
Athletics. Music to my ears. I love athletics. I love dexterity. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. All right, that is going to be... Oh, dirty 20.
All right, brilliant. Is athletics should be strength?
Yeah, I have a plus 2.
Okay, yeah, okay, cool. You said dexterity, and I was like, wait, I don't think that's right.
No, I'm just saying that I love it when I get the dexterity ones. I love it when I get the athletics ones because
Gotcha.
I'm higher in those.
And in Moonwind, you sort of grab Dimble here, and you sort of roll up out of the way with that ball coming across, and it splashes up with acid pointing in one direction here, and you roll out of the way to not have it be a danger to either of you. Leon, you see the Ankeg spitting this acid out towards Moonwind, and you have an opportunity here with the Ankeg still unable to move. Leon, what do you do with your turn?
Do I have a clear vision of it?
Absolutely. This thing is brilliantly skewed right in front of you. As a matter of fact, for whatever hit you tried to do, I'm giving you advantage on.
All right, I'm going to step back right here just to give myself a better angle, and I'm going to just Eldritch Blast it.
Just give it that final hit, man. Yeah, roll for hit, please.
Oh, almost fell. I only got 9. Oh, wait, advantage. I'll roll one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. 21.
Brilliant. All right, and go ahead and roll for damage, please.
That's going to be 9 total.
Leon, I ask you humbly, how are you finishing this?
I'm just doing the classic.
Yeah?
You're finished, and I'm aiming right at its head.
Fucking beautiful. Leon, you send this beam towards the head of the Ankeg, and as it's sort of convulsing and shaking, that beam goes through its head, and you see, all three of you see this large pop like a balloon let off on this Ankeg's head as its body just falls to a stall limp, lifeless, on these sharp, cracked rocks. And the Ankeg is now dead. You both now stand here with Dimble, and Dimble still has just this sort of huge, goofy look, smile on his face. And you two have him sort of just gleaming between you two. The Ankegs are dead. And now it's just a sort of still quiet. You don't even hear the fighting that you were hearing from the rest of the group just north. You don't even hear that anymore. What do you two do now after this battle?
Dimble, where did you learn how to do that?
Well, okay, so we have someone in Nomengard that well, he teaches magics to some of us, and I am well, he doesn't teach me, but I am his cook, and I watch him, and I practice a lot, and I couldn't stand
okay.
to see the way they were hurting you, and you're my friends, and I will protect my friends.
Okay, you've said enough. You can do some shit like that, and you can cook. Take what you know. We are going to go meet back up with our friends. Because chances are they could use a bit of whatever you have.
Well, okay, I'm okay with that. How about you, Mr. Beardman? Are you okay over there?
I'm quite fine. I'm just gonna wipe myself off. I'm gonna look at my leg and like it got scratched.
It
I'd
was
like to
yeah,
tie
it
it
was
off.
a small cut. You know what I mean?
I'm just gonna tie it off with a piece of cloth. That's it. Just like a ragged piece of cloth I have in my bag. I'm just gonna take it out and I'm gonna tie it together just to like hold it. You know, tighten the leather strap on my leg too a little bit. Just like.
And Dimble sees you sort of patting up your leg, and
He says, "You both did amazing out here. I was watching you for a little bit. I didn't mean to be sneaky or anything. I watched you.
Oh,
and,
no, nothing to apologize for.
No, nothing. Obviously, we were able to handle it, even though your magics were quite appreciated. As one skilled in the arts myself, I recognize talent when I see it.
Oh, yes, very much so. Your spells are amazing, and you, Mister Blue Person, you did quite great to yourself too. You both are amazing. Are all of you such great warriors like this?
Oh
Well,
no, I fancy
Let's just
myself
say
more
our
of an
blue friend
entertainer.
Moonwind here is he's leveled up his game as of late. We may have had to help him up a couple times.
Oh, that's not good.
When I first met him, he was spinning rocks in his hand.
Oh, okay. We can talk about that later. Like, let's meet up with the other guys because
Absolutely.
it didn't seem like. I think we're better off with this guy fighting alongside us.
I do agree. I'm gonna look over at him and is he wearing light armor or no armor? Is he wearing anything?
he's wearing what looks to be the equivalent of just like a traveler's gownery. Like he's got a small brown jacket and a little like green shirt underneath it. His pants are dirty and muddy. Like he just looks like he's been traveling for a really long time.
Dimble, would you
Yes.
fancy yourself some mage armor?
Oh, you have magic's armor? Do I wear it?
Don't worry. You don't have to do much. All I have to do is say a little word here.
I want to nudge him real quick and just be like, "This is gonna look cool."
Oh, I'm so excited.
Magus Artemis. And you're just going to see this like light illuminate from my hand. And then you're going to see this illumination like kind of like unfold from like in front of him and kind of wrap around him as it subtly disappears.
You give him mage armor. That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, awesome. So Dimble sort of has this like he sees this glowing illumination of what would be this pauldron, this chest piece around his body, and he looks up at you, Leon, with just like this glowing gleam of this huge smile on his face, and he looks back towards you, Moon, and he says,
I think he gave me armor, Mr. Blue Man.
I did.
Please call me Keith.
Keith, yes.
Keith?
And you.
What?
Mr.
I'm just now hearing this for the first time, like in Leon's recollection. I'm like, what? I thought it was Moon. Wind. I thought Moon was your first name and your last name was Wind. Moonwind.
No, my last name is Moonwind.
What?
And Dimble turns towards you, Leon. He says,
What about you, beard man? What is your name?
My name is Leon Hartswell of Baldur's Gate. The same Hartswell family.
Oh, very, very good to meet you, sir.
and he holds up his very tiny hand in front of you.
Since I'm kind of like away from him, you got to remember this is always out.
Mhm.
My mage hand is going to shake hands with him.
And he feels this hand sort of shake him up, and he goes, "Oh, no way!" And he'll sort of like,
I'm sorry. Hold on, that was giving like the Steve Zahn like ape, like, oh no.
and Dimble will sort of like put his hand up close to his chest with this big sort of silly childish grin on his face as he sort of kicks his feet around in excitement. And he says,
All right, friends, let's find the rest of our friends.
and he just sort of starts to march his way forward in this very proud, gallivanting, happy march that for you would have had you both forward 10, 15 feet, but for him was only 1. What do you two do with Dimble?
Dimble, would you like a ride?
Well, thank you for asking. Unlike that very rude cat that just picked me up the other day. Yes, sir.
see?
Leon, Mr. Hartswell.
I do apologize on his behalf.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna look at Keith. Could you put him on your shoulders?
Absolutely.
And Dimble just sort of just hands up.
You want uppies?
And he has this huge glowing smile as he looks up at you, Moonwind. And Moonwind, you put him up on your shoulder. The two of you begin to march your way back
Just
north
piggyback ride.
towards where the rest of the group was. And you all can see your footsteps through the mud and dirt that back towards where you came from. Yes, Moonwind.
This is actually a very serious question. I would like to commission an art piece of Moonwind with giving Dimple a piggyback ride. And they're just like having a jolly good time through the forest.
Sure. And you two make your way north, and here as you sort of step forward just for maybe 10 minutes of a walk through this forest, you make this rounded corner, and from around this corner you see the rest of your group. And Cloud, Falcon, Boris, Jackal, the 4 of them covered in just dirt and mud, march forward towards you, and in this moment you all sort of reconvene, seeing each other, but don't say a word quite yet until you come together. And that will be the end of our session, gentlemen. Come. Thank you,
together.
boys, for this, and thank you guys at home for watching. This was a great one, and I'm super stoked about it. We can now get ourselves back on track going into the next weekend here. Everyone, thank you for hanging out with us, and we'll be back next week for another one. So until next time, be good to each other.
Uppies.
So the way